What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games, and today we are going to do a damage comparison on the Double X Gundam, comparing him to the other big dogs in my box. Now, I did a very similar video. I think it's still on my channel, but it's unlisted. I'll try to remember to put a link towards it, link to it in the description. So if it's unlisted, it means you can get at it, but it doesn't pop up. You have to have a link to it. So I'll put the link in the video description. So he was only one limit break in that video, and also I screwed up the audio. Last week was terrible for audio. My videos were just even worse than normal. But not only, so he was one limit break in that, now he's max limit break. I went back into his banner, got lucky. So we are going to compare him to oh, and before that, so both of these teams are no supporters, and I'm re-recording the first minute of this because I realized they all had different equipment on them. None of these units have any equipment on them, but not everything is max limit break. Anyway, so here's our double X right here. You see those stats there. But we're going to compare him to max limit break Strike Freedom, double limit break Burning Gundam, double limit break Zeta Gundam, max limit break Calibarn, and then over here, I focus more on map attacks here, because that's a big thing with him. We want to see how much stronger his map attack is. But then it's just, as far as just straight damage goes, we do have max limit break Exia here. He's not meant to compete with him necessarily, but to give us a scope. We've got double limit break Camphor, double limit break GPO2 Physalis, max limit break New Zeal, my favorite, and then just another map attack, something that all of us could have if we wanted to, a max limit break SP converted, not SSP, sorry, a max limit break SP free to play Big Zam, because Big Zam is the best. So we're playing on a space map, and we are doing a level 9 or 10 of in a fierce assault challenge stage. So we just want to get an eye for these numbers, see what he looks like. I will try to remember taking tension into account, but it's not always going to be possible. Alright, so this is my double limit break Zeta Gundam. Now he starts at 0 tension, so we're seeing 226 here. Alright, 226. Calibarn, we're seeing 178. This is HP based. Now, let me see. Does this, now that's crit rate there. Alright, so we can go up to a 50% crit rate. Does his weapon come with a crit rate? No. His giant beam saber has 10%, Hyper Mega has 5%, so it's not one of those units that gets guaranteed crit. He does go up to 50% though. But other than that, there's no direct damage increase here. But yeah, so 226 on him. Calibarn, turn 1, also at 0 tension, is 178. Now keep in mind, this is a triple step unit. We can get the awakening boost there, 178. That's only another 12,000. So I've been mentioning this a lot more lately. Don't compare, or at least think they're equal. These stat boosting moves, they are not equal to attack burst. The straight 20 or 25% damage, they are not the same. Burning Gundam, we're seeing 225 here. We go up to 246. It's a little bit more with him. 322 turn 1. Now, we did use 8 of his 15 SP there. That does give him enough to use Sway level 2, though. So we're seeing 322. And... But, now, I'm not a dummy. I remember that his EX attack does go off of distance. So let's go up here and see. We're looking at 332. That's max damage turn 1 for him. 333. Alright. Strike Freedom. His is based on range. Now, he's also starting at 0 MP. So we're seeing 163. And that goes up to 197. Okay, with his attack burst. So I didn't pay, what was it, 163 and 196. You can see you're getting a lot more with that attack burst there. And let's see. Those are those 5. You know, let's go bring up Exia first. Alright, so we're seeing 152 here. Starts at 6, now that's starting at 6 MP. Although, he just does that automatically with him anyway. So we're seeing 177, but his is also proximity based. Alright, so we're up to 184. This is him having used 3 of his SP so far. That's max tension. And then if we use attack burst level 4. So, again, we're going from 184 here. And now with only a 20% boost from attack burst level 4, we're going up to 209. So, it's it's a bit more than the stat increases. It probably depends on the unit. Alright, so let's finally go over here to the double X. Now, he is not a triple stepper, but we can see, yeah. So we're starting at 199, so 200k. Yeah, 199.7, let's call that 200k. I mean, that's pretty darn good. That is without using anything. And now we're at 213.7, so 214. So we got a 7, so that was a 7% increase, increasing his range stat by 25%. That is, we start at 6 MP. So, use it, not really necessary, but, now his map weapon is 134, it's 6 MP. We did use his, ranged increase already, but let's see what it looks like to get him to max. So we see 204 here, 213, 214. His needs him to be further back. It's a 4 range attack, so that is a point against him that his main attack is only range 4, but he does have an ability that increases his range by 1, and he does not need to be range 5 with his EX ability for max damage. Range 4 is the max damage. And then he also does still have a range 5 attack. With a power of 5760, the twin satellite cannon, and that will go up to range 6 with his SP ability. But yeah, we're seeing 152,000 with his map attack. Oh, and that's actually only at 11 MP. So it would actually be another 10%. So it would be over 160. Alright, so we just did that 152, right? Now let's compare that to some other map attacks here. Okay, So we can see this one was 74,000 here. Now this is a supporter. Okay, so that's great damage for a supporter map attack. Or the kind of range on it. Alright, 74 there. Alright, he is only max limit break. He's only limit break 2. And then as far as direct damage goes, we can see that this is 179,000 here. Alright, that's not bad for a unlimited unit. No. He does start at 6 MP. Alright. Now, let's look at... oh, sorry, his map attack. Okay, so we already used this. So we're up to 116,000 here. This is with his range 20% up. So without it, we'd probably be looking at 105. Sorry, I forgot to look at it first. His regular attack goes up to 190. Keep in mind, he is not a triple step unit, but this is limit break 2 on a unlimited unit. And then if we use this ability, take him all the way up to 12 SP. We are looking at 154,000. Yeah, that's a... Well, I think that goes from 10 to 20. So... Really? 154. What did we do over there? That was about the same, wasn't it? Okay. We get some good damage. His map attack is actually really good. Alright. Now, Gato here, in the new Zeal. This starts off at 0 MP. So we can see he's also not a triple step unit. We've got 167,000. 112 on the map attack. Okay. And we can use range 20% here. That'll take it up to 118. We can get in a... Let's see. His is based on distance, so we want to be further back. We can get up to 182,000, 183 at 0 MP. So his turn 1 damage won't be as high. But, you know, if it's a map where you can build up, it's really not hard to get to max tension. Hard to get up to max tension. So we're already at 5 now. Yeah, we're looking at 197,000 now. And that's only 10%, so this will be well over 200,000. And then this goes up to 128 here. Again, this is with only a 20% range skill being used. And then look at our free-to-play option here. This is his big attack here, 5280. So we're seeing 77.3 there. And there we go. Alright, 77.3. This pilot we've got Awaken boost 20%. Yeah, that didn't even do anything because he doesn't use that. So we'll see 77.3 there. I could not check his map damage there, I'm pretty sure. So we're looking at his map damage with 5 MP, so only a 10% boost. Let's see. Yeah, we're seeing 82,000 here. It could be a little bit higher if we were one space further away. But the map attack is 61,000. So not great. But yeah, so let's take one more look. I'm gonna have to reset the video quickly. So New Zeal is 129,000 almost on turn 1. That is as high as he can go basically on turn 1. Maybe you could get him to 6 MP, I'm not 100%. But yeah, 129, it would be a lot more. It would be a bit more. Probably be over 150 if you were at max MP. But yeah, I was really impressed by Camphor here. Once again, my Camphor, he did use his 20% range boost. He did use an MP up. But his map attack is doing 154,000 at Limit Break 2. So we'll end this video in a minute. We're just looking at numbers here. It's not perfect. We're getting our head wrapped around things, so I'm not going to show everything at max MP. It's just too much. Okay. The damage increases are fairly predictable. They're about 10 and 20%. The numbers are going to change on some units, but... Alright, so the double X here. Can we see his map attack damage? So yeah, we start at 125. Alright, and that took us to max tension, but not 12. So we're looking at 142. Alright, and 152. I did not realize how damaging Camphor's map attack was. Alright, so the highest I can get right now is 152. Camphor outdamages. But Camphor is also at max limit break, or max tension, so let's see if we survive this turn. I think we should. Alright, so we'll sit through. If it doesn't work, we're not gonna. Alright. We're just gonna stand by. Yeah, we can see the kind of damage these guys are putting out. Not a total waste in the video. This will put Camphor at max tension, if he survives. I'm going to do one more shot here. It should be pretty easy to get him to survive. We'll just go kill a couple of units. And throw some other stuff up there so he's not the only one. And, you know, we'll go ahead and do the auto battle. Now the only challenge will be to make sure that he's got something to hit next turn. Alright, so we see 145 there with him. Well, he might have used his skills. It's hard to tell on double speed. You can see there, 81,000. I think that was, yeah, him after moving, I think. We can go through on auto now. Yeah, they're not going to come to double X now, we got at least one unit surviving, so we can see what the map damage looks like. Well, unless it's right in front of him. That might have been screwed up. Alright, so what survived over here? Well, he already used his map attack. Can he go again? No, he's once only. So, Camphor is 103? 115. Oh, this unit has a much higher defense stat, doesn't it? Alright, so we're seeing 132 there. Wasn't it higher before? No, he's not debuffed. Okay. Oh, there were more Xeon units. There was another Xeon unit before. I think he might get buffed by Xeon. But yeah, let's look at the double X here. His map attack at max tension, we're seeing 153 here. And then when he uses this, it's going up to only 163. So, yeah, I'm surprised. I think Camphor's map attack might be stronger. Huh. That's interesting. And then, yeah, we're seeing 130 and 243 on his EX attack here. This is turn 2, max tension, with his ranged boost, 25%. And as you can see here, that we're at 243 here, using his boost range to go further back. Does not increase the damage at all. Alright, so that's it. That's the showcase here on the double X, comparing him to the other attackers in my box. I know it's not perfect, but I think this is somewhat thorough. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll be back with more for you guys soon.